Hello, all. How are you? Again, we are here for a comic book review, as you can tell by the title or the whatchamacallit, um, the thumbnail. It is Truth, Justice, American Way by Gabe. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. Um, I believe he did the pencils, and I believe he colored it. He may or may not have written it. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at all that sort of stuff. I'm not sure where that is in here. Um, let me see whether he is. Yes, writer, illustrator, letterer. Colors by somebody. Oh well, some he colored part of it and somebody else colored part of it. Okay, so that said, so as you may not be able to tell, this book is a team book, which is all right, again. Um, but to me, it did not feel like a first issue. It felt more like one that you would have 5 or 10 years down the road in a comic book universe. I'd say the story is fairly decent, probably even maybe very solid story, although it was to me a tiny bit rushed. Um, I think it would have been better spread out over two books. Although this book is, I'm not sure how long in length. Let me get that up here if I can. Let's see, Indiegogo is where I got it from. Log in and just give me. And I forget how much I spent on this myself as well. Um, is this okay? Log out. I logged into the wrong account. Sign in with Facebook. Okay. I thought face. Uh, Log out. Oh, maybe I log in. About me. Let's see my contributions. Yeah, there we go. So let's see. Truth, Justice, American Way. So I paid $55 for it plus shipping. I forget how much shipping was offhand. I paid $30 for shipping. So in total, I paid 55 US. But I'm in Canada, so that gets a little bit higher because of being the exchange rate. So that was a fair amount extra. I know right now it's at like 30 cents on the dollar. So it says full pellet, 64 pages. So for 64 pages, I think it wasn't bad. I don't think it was worth $55 to me because with shipping, that's what it is. It might have been worth 25, and I'm not even sure about that. um, but prices are going up on things. But like I said, it is a team book. I don't think and because it's a team book and it's his first book with his characters, I don't think you get enough of the main characters themselves, because not only do you have to introduce the main characters, you have to introduce the villains, and then he ends up adding some other characters that are going to be part of the team in the end. Um, so you're having a lot of characters that you have to introduce, and it's all right. It's just all right if you know who they are. This is a good story, but we don't know who these characters are. I don't feel I was able to connect with any of the characters. Really, you're not given a lot of backstory, which you know could be a thing or not a thing. Depends on who you are. Um, you are given a little bit of a profile of the characters in the back, or some of them, not all of them. But the three main characters, of course, Truth, Justice, American Way, and of course these three are based on, I would say, and I think it's fairly obvious, Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. Um, so, taking that into account, I think he expects you to know a lot about those characters, and most people do. Well, at least Superman and Batman. Wonder Woman is, I'm a fairly big comic fan, and I know a fair bit about her. Um, it's hard to say completely. Gabe was a colorist, I believe, at DC. So like I said, it plays on them, although it gives them new backgrounds and all that. Of course, he has to. But similar personalities, slightly other things that are slightly different from them, which is good. You want to make them enough different from who you're, I'd say, getting inspired by. But overall, like I'd give this about a B. Somebody said, I know this first time I really put a grade on it like that. I haven't done that to any of the other comics before. Um, um, I know if he brings out when he brings out a second campaign for this, I will, unless he has a digital, not be getting it because I'm not going to pay $55 plus exchange rate for another comic. You know, it's just too expensive. Like for me, anyways. I don't have enough money. I get. You know, I'm selected. I'm selective on who I get. Will pay that extra money out for. And like I said, although it was a decent story and all that, this felt like a story more from 5 or 10 years into knowing the characters. And I think it could have been. I think the story should have been told over like two books like this. I think things were rushed near the end, and then because you're introducing a bunch of characters, a minimum of three, and like I said, with the villains and then some other characters, it adds up to where it is for characters. You've got a lot to do in 64 pages, and it's hard to introduce them properly. I think he should have stuck at least to just introducing the three characters. Um, I know the other characters are some other characters that he introduced are somewhat vital, but I think he could have found a way around that. In my opinion, you know, maybe he didn't think he could. Anyways, I think I've said enough. Feel free to comment or whatever in the chat comment section. Um, so, and like I said, I'll just say one other thing. Like with the digital, it'd have to be around $10, maybe 15. I might pay. Because then there's the exchange rate again, because that ends up 20, around 20 with the 15. So, and I might be willing to pay that for a digital for this, but probably for sure 10. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up now and say thank you for watching. I hope you've liked this review. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and share it out. I sort of said that. And have a great and wonderful day. We'll catch y'all later. Bye for now. Love y'all.